Am I supposed to turn this camera this way? Rotate device? No. This way. Okay. Oh, this is a live video. Hey everyone. So I wanted to create this video. I wanted to just let you guys know what I've been up to, what's been going on. As you know, I have become this holistic wellness coach. Well, sure enough, having all the resources, a lot of resources that I would not have had I not gone to Mexico initially to learn of alternative treatment. I came back with a lot of stuff. And sure enough, it's been 3 years after um, deciding not to do chemotherapy. Why is this there? What is that? In any event, and I'm here today, 3 years later. However, I have access to something called a PARC EMD that can tell you everything that's happening in your body, your lungs, your liver, your kidneys. It tells you how it's functioning and whether you have whether or not you might have maybe cancer, or so that wasn't the word I was looking for. I wasn't going to say cancer. I want to say a venereal disease, or if you have an IUD, it's that detail where it can see these things. And I tested myself the other day because my back was hurting, and my back is still hurting. And I assumed it was a muscle, but this has been going on since November, December, January. I went to the emergency room about 3 days ago, and not 3 days ago, about a week ago, and I was in some real pain. It was like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, the doctor ruled out any cancer. He just said it was a muscle and it was spasms, but he wanted to do a test to be sure because I have a history of breast cancer, and I declined because I don't know. No. Doctors are amazing, but I don't want them to start probing and x-ray and then, give me the medical scare and all of that stuff. So I told him, no, thank you. I later left, with some medication, which I took that night and it didn't work. And I was like, oh my gosh, I had to take like 3-4 of these before it could work, but it never worked. I did see that same day my general practitioner and let him know that I was in the hospital. And he too wanted to do a test to make sure it wasn't cancer that was really the pain and so forth. And I declined. I'm like, no. And why I'm saying this, because I have a PARC EMD, and because I have now, delved into this field as a health coach and as a holistic health coach, and having resources to be able to see what's happening in your body, this PARC EMD, I tested myself, and it showed that in my mammary gland, a mammary area, that I have an adenoma. And if you look up what an adenoma is, now what's funny is that when I'm testing other people, I'm looking for these things, and for some reason I was testing myself and I just overlooked. I don't know what I was looking for. I don't know what I was thinking, but I know wasn't really paying attention to it. And sure enough, when I did start to really look into the pain that I was having and look at my numbers and look at this test a little bit more detail, I saw that there was adenoma. An adenoma in my mammary area. Now, mind you, I have no breasts. They have cut these off, and these are double mastectomies, and the adenoma is in my breast area. So it goes to show you that you can get your breast cut off, double mastectomy, and you still get some kind of tumor or something. So it's a tumor behind there somewhere. So here's the deal. This is what I've decided to do. I did tell that doctor that day that he needs to give me cancer cancer marker test, blood test, cancer markers. He was like, "Ugh, I didn't know how to read that. I didn't know. What are you talking about? Blah, 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 blah." I was like, dude, do it. I'm paying for it. I'll read it. I know how to read it. Because in Mexico, we did cancer markers. That's how they tested our cancer level. So you don't have to be X-ray. He said the only way we could test to see if the cancer is somewhere else has to be, if it's in your colon, we do a colonoscopy. We do a mammography. We do, a pap smear for the uterus. So he was going into it. I was like, yes. I remember when you guys did my mammogram and you told me that I was fine. And you sent me home. And 3 months later, I had a tumor. So you know what? I trust your impression. He goes, because he was saying, that's your impression. That's her impression. That's my impression. But it's not the real thing. It's not a good impression because they didn't do a test. I said, I accept all of your impressions because when your mammogram did it 3 years ago, it missed it. So you know what I'd like? I'd like a cancer marker. So right now, do me a cancer marker. I will read the results. Just go on YouTube. We'll figure it out. The internet is full of information. Duh. So that's where we are. And I should have gotten the results, and I haven't gotten the results yet. But that's okay because I'm already on a mission right now. So those of you who watch Lou Corona and the Life Regenerator on YouTube, that guy is so fine. That white boy is so fine. I would like to meet him. Oh my gosh. Who are you? Anyway, he reminds me of my friend who's black. I told my friend, I said, you know what? You are him. He is you. He is you. That's who you are. You guys are similar. All right, so I digress. But anyway, so the goal is right now, I am totally, I had already been living a lifestyle that was very vegan. I have to say I did have a couple of pieces of organic chicken or grass-fed chicken. That's the only kind of chickens I would eat. Or meat. I didn't do any meat, anything like that. So my lifestyle has been pretty okay. I've had a little bit too much pasta, which is carbohydrates, sugar, because sugar feeds cancer. And then the last day before me discovering this, I had an organic ice cream, cookies cream. I saw it at Fairway, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get this. Oh my gosh. And I did. And I don't know. So I think that was what caused a lot of pain, because again, it's the sugar, Long story short, here's what's changing my life today. Today, I am becoming a mentee for Lou Corona and the Life Regenerator. I am going to be following these guys. I'm starting a water fast today. I just had some peanuts, so I'm gonna finish with those peanuts. No more. Today I've been doing nothing but ever since my diagnosis on my Park EMD, which is what I use to find out what's happening in my body and help other people determine what's happening in their body, what's going, parasites or your cardio or your kidneys or your lungs or things that are not working well. It's amazing. And I'll tell you about this device. When I came back from Mexico, someone put me on to her, to the lady who read my results. I told her nothing, and she saw everything on this machine, on this device. And she and I became fast friends, and one day they were having classes and they were selling the device. I purchased the device. It was $5,000, and I was like, hey, I'll buy it. This way I'll monitor my health, and I'll be able to share with others what's going on in their health and be able to do the same thing, right? It makes recommendations. It tells you to who, what doctors you need to see if there's issues. So we're not really the doctors. We're not saying we're healing you. We're just saying this is what's happening in your body. You can make copies of it, and you can send it to, you can bring it to your doctor's office, and they can look at it and take it from there. Isn't that powerful? In any event, here we go. I am going to be writing a declaration from this point on. I am totally raw food vegan. Raw foods. That's it. And I'm going to begin my fast today. So I'm going to begin a fast today. For the rest of the day, nothing but water. This morning I had kale and some sunflower seed dressing. And I had my supplements. But from this point on, that's it. No more food. I am so done. I'm so done living this lifestyle that has not taught us how to live ourselves, healthy and live our best lives, and we're still cooking our foods, and it's nothing but dead enzymes, and it's not doing anything for our body. So with that being said, welcome. Follow me. Share this video with your friends, or click on the subscribe button, hit the star, whatever that. So this way, when I post up updates as to what's happening with my body, my tumor, my adenoma, I call it an adenoma, which I will not be seeing any doctors for. You can find out how I'm doing. And if you know others who are going through the same thing, you can share this video with them, because I will be sharing with you everything that I will be eating, drinking, and moving forward with. Because this is going to be my way of chronicling my journey to wellness or death. But that is not going to happen. Hey. Okay. That's it, everyone. Love you all. I'm out. I'll talk to you when I have something to say. I'm feeling water fast. No more stuff. We gotta get rid of them parasites. Gotta get rid of a lot of stuff. And parasites, maybe some mucosa. I think I'm gonna buy a colonic board and do it in my tub. That's a good idea. All right, I gotta go. So be well. Take care of your health. Lou Corona and the Life Generator. Life Regenerator. I'll look him up. That brother is fine. Tell him that I like him. I don't do white boys, but that white boy, I like. Don't tell anybody else that.